Hello, by the name of Brian Derby, student at Kepler University. Today we're going to talk about management. Management is the act of engaging with an organization's human talent and its resources to accomplish desired goals and objectives. So those are the things that a manager has to control what we call management. Today we're going to about different functions of a manager. Let's start by planning. Planning this involves deciding what needs to happen in future. For example, making a schedule. That as in, it's like okay, making a schedule for what will happen today, what will happen tomorrow, or next year, or after 10 years. That's why things management has to accomplish. So we can have a planning manager in an organization. That manager will be in charge of planning. Let's proceed by another one which is called organization. Organization involves implementing relationship between workers in order to gather based out of them. The example is providing tasks to each worker. A manager it is his responsibility to know which worker is going to do what work or what. So where a good manager has to assign different workers to different tasks, whereby he has to make sure that he has accomplished them. So let's proceed to another function of a manager, and that is staffing. Staffing involves recruiting workers, analyzing jobs, and providing facilities like training. And for example, in staffing, a manager can recruit new workers for the organization, can know that we need new workers such that they can determine whether or they can recruit new workers or not. So another one is leading. Leading this, as you know, a good manager can be a good leader. Leading this involves what should be done in a particular situation and getting people do it. A good leader has to assign tasks and know that these tasks are supposed to be done like this, and he helps them to do those tasks. Therefore, in management, one has to be a leader, has to lead the other. And the last and but not least is controlling. Controlling is like checking the current outcomes and making adjustments. For example, in controlling, the manager adjusts what needs to be done well. For example, you know that the company needs to use like 100 tons of particular resource. Therefore, a manager has to control until these tons are done by developing different ways of controlling and tracking those resources until they are done and when the work is done. Okay, after knowing the function of of management, we are going to look at the different management styles. Different management styles we have directing, delegating, and discussing. Let's go back and look at directing. Directing this type promote learning through listening and following direction. Here, a manager with this type, the manager tells the employees what to do, how to do it, and when it needs to be done. For example, I can create a scenario of the listing. The manager can tell you that today we are going to track the, the resources. For example, it is managing sugar company or bread company. We're going to management control as in to use the particular amount of sugar. Therefore, it is the manager's work to know that the sugar is managed well. What he's going to do is going to direct the particular work and tell them that you know what, you are in charge of this work. So you can create a sugarcane tracking sheet where you track each amount of sugar, each kilograms which are taken in order to know that by the time it will help us to know what is need to be done or what we need to include. So he directs and the employees do what they've been done. Some of the strength of this style is the employees can end up doing what the managers want. The weakness, there is limited ideas since the manager talks what they need, which can be a big problem. Let's go to another management style, and this is delegating. The delegating style promotes learning through empowerment. With this style, the manager assigns tasks that employees work on independently, either individual or in a group. For example, okay, the scenario which I can take from this is, uh, for example, it's a research team and it's going to search in a particular place. So the manager is going to assign different workers in teams or in individual. So, for example, I say that three of you can go there, three of you. For that time, they are going to work in the way the manager told them, and they accomplish the work. The strength of this style is there is teamwork, because since there is more likely that people are going to work in teams, there will be an existence of teamwork and leaders in this team. However, the weakness is some workers might leave their fellows to accomplish the tasks. For example, you can be assigned to a team and your fellow decides to sit since he knows that you guys are capable of doing that. So at the end of the day, the credits are given to the whole team, yet some of you did not do the work, which can be a disadvantage. Let's look at the last but not least style, and this is discussing. This style promotes learning through interaction. In this style practiced by Socrates, the manager encourages critical thinking and lively discussions by asking employees questions about the problem. These opportunities and issues that must be resolved. The manager is the facilitator, guiding this discussion to a logical conclusion. For example, uh, for example, in this style of scenario, you can say, for example, you are a manager of a restaurant or fast food restaurant. So you are not you do not usually come to the work surface. You see what the people are doing or the way they are doing it. So what you do, you decide to sit with the employees, talk about the way the customers feel about the service provision. In this way, the workers are going to sit and tell you that what they know about the product, as in what they feel about the product, as in what the customers tell them usually. So it will be a good side whereby you discuss live with the employees, they tell you what they do, they tell you what they want, they give you ideas, they tell you what to fix. As a manager, you get room for improvement because you have got ideas from them. Okay, the strength is there is plenty of ideas from employees because no man is an island, therefore we need to live together to help each other and achieve the best. The weakness is the workers might fear their bosses and end up not giving up what they want. Yeah. As you know, some workers might be afraid and they fear to tell what they know and what they need to, to tell the boss, and the boss might not get the good information that they needed, which can end up not good or can end up as a failure. That's the work side working this. Thank you. I'm looking forward